Hello and welcome back for match 3. This is Old Man Poole. I think I've got a mulligan here. It's close. If we find an island, it's very good. Sand Strangler's kind of mediocre without a desert. Puncturing Blow, we're almost certainly going to be able to play turn 4, but that might be the first thing we can do. This hand has the potential to do kind of stone cold nothing and just get run over. But if we find an island, it's quite, like, this is a pretty good hand. I think I'm going to keep it. We weighted a little bit heavier on islands than mountains. Definitely can't complain if this hand goes nowhere, but... Then you like, we'll just hit an island, everything's a-okay. It's almost an island. Alright. Zombies. I actually have not seen this deck a ton, although Wayward Servant's a pretty great start. Yeah, do not love Spellweaver Journal. Now my opponent's probably pretty ecstatic to see 2 mountains opening with no play. Yeah, okay, we might get eaten alive pretty good here. Yeah, okay. Well, Unsummon's good if we find blue. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I wanted to find an island, instead we drew 3 blue spells. This game's probably over, unfortunately. Opponent had a very good aggressive start too. 2-drop into 2-drop in Cartouche. Pretty good. Swings for 6. The problem is, like, Sand Strangler would be a great catch-up play, except for we don't even have the desert for it. Yeah. Guess we can play Puncturing Blow. It keeps Sand Strangler back just as a potential blocker, but it doesn't even interact that well with the Wayward Servant. I think I'm just going to kill it off. Well, we only take 3 this time. That's better than 6. Oketra. Alright. Oketra's pretty good too. True Puncturing Blow actually won't even kill Oketra. Wheel. I'm not loving how this game turned out. Not loving it. I'm just gonna concede, I think. We could play the Sand Strangler and chump block for a turn, but I don't think there's a realistic way we come back. Let's not show our opponent any more of what we've got. And let's go to our sideboard. So he's aggressive beatdown. Reed Stalker still seems okay. Tree Toughness might be a little small if he's playing the Cartouche, but maybe not the end of the world anyway. I think I do want the Kenra. Anything else here that we really like? Bloodwater seems kind of not great. If he's got things like Wandering Money, it's also just a little bit expensive. I think we just kind of need to tempo my opponent. We need to get him on the back foot and blocking, as is often the case. I think we'll keep this. We could take out like Countervailing Winds in favor of like a Crash Through, but I don't even hate these counter spells. Really good against tricks. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this. Would like to play first. Let's hope for a slightly better draw. This is not bad. Not fantastic, but not bad. Bloodwater entities are 2/2 flyers with prowess, which I think is gonna be perfectly playable. Okay, opponent back after a moment there. Don't know if he was using the bathroom or what exactly, but we're gonna start with mountains. He knows we're playing mountains. Doesn't give anything away. Not that there's tons to give away in your ordering of your lands, but you know, disguise whatever information we can for a minute. 2-drop would be our best, obviously. Countervailing Winds is not super exciting, but not terrible either. So next turn we'll play a Bloodwater entity. I might just cycle the Winds here too. Let's see if he's got one of his many 2-drops. Oh, I am going to cycle this, I think. I think we're going to have some stuff we want to do for the next couple of turns. I think just something a little higher impact might be better. Eternal would have been great last turn, but not quite there yet. I'm going to play a Bloodwater entity, probably Puncture Puncturing Blow something next turn, and then use a Bloodwater entity. No, we're not. And then use a Bloodwater entity the following turn, turn 5, and play Spellweaver Eternal, assuming we draw a land. And then put the blow back on top. That'll be a pretty good series of plays. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and kill that. Nice. So that will work. Rip Bone Slasher. Keeping my opponent's creature counts low is good too, on the off chance that he has Catcher again. But we have a pretty good follow-up. If he has like a Flying Defender here, it's maybe a little bit awkward, but not even that bad. Versatord, yeah, I don't think I care that much about that. I think we are on the winning side of the race. Ooh, Ominous Sphinx is a little interesting. I think I'd rather just Entity and Eternal though. If we set up the Puncturing Blow for next turn, the Eternal probably will get in with 3 power past whatever he's got. Although the Ominous Sphinx is not a bad draw. Puncturing Blow on top. Yes. Play an Eternal. Okay, then my opponent, depending on what he plays here, is taking as much as 9 damage next turn. He doesn't have a play, we kill off the Horde, swing. Yeah, Paramount is fine, but not crazy exciting. Sacred Cat. Sacred Cat's pretty good, though. Ooh. Rind. Okay. It's pretty good, and then Dust next turn will kill a couple. Eh. Not a bad play, certainly. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's a little bit interesting he didn't swing first if he was going to swing, but we're not gonna 2-for-1 ourselves there. So we can just play the Puncturing Blow right now, or we can play the Ominous Sphinx. Spellweaver Eternal trades for the cat, unfortunately. But I could Puncturing Blow, swing in for a couple. I kind of like just getting the Sphinx on the table, honestly. Yeah. Okay, a little bit rough. That's definitely a pretty good card. So let's get in for 2. Play our Sphinx. This is still a pretty fast clock. Even if he kills off our entities, we swing with the Sphinx that takes him to 9. And then the Eternal, the Sphinx, and the Initiate are still lethal the following turn. You have to be a little bit careful because he will have a little bit of potential to hit us pretty fast because he can swing for 5 here without tons of fear. Although he's playing something pre-combat. Lethal Sting. Okay. Pretty good. Does leave us our entities for another turn. Okay, swinging with both. It's a little interesting. You could have gotten a +1/+1 there. Okay. Sides against it. Yeah, we're not going to chump block. No play. Impeccable timing? Can't think of an instant speed zombie he could have. Oh, he says. Dang. So maybe he's bluffing, maybe not. Hard to know. We could just kill off the Mummy Paramount and swing for 3/7. I think I'd rather play the Aven Initiate though. I think I will just offer to trade here. I think that's okay. Yeah, it looks like he may have passed through his main phase. But if he has like impeccable timing here, he doesn't even get us that badly, so. Even initiate. So he can bring back the cat, play dust, kill off those two. And we have 3 turns of lethal with the initiate in the air. Yeah, just playing dust. Fine by me. Definitely was a good one though. Kenra Eternal's not bad. He swings for 6 here. I guess 7, that's true. Even a little bit more. The land actually may not be terrible. Yeah, so we can play both of these in one turn. If we swing with the Eternal, he has to block with the either the Kenra. I guess he could block with Sacred Cat and just chump. I guess that's maybe not the worst. I think we are in full-on racing mode, so this card actually matters a little bit less. Although it's unlikely I'll have 2 zombies, so I guess we just kill it. Kill the Accursed Horde. A little bit of a prowess bump. And then we swing with both. He has to find something to kill us through the Spellweaver Eternal next turn. If that's his play. It is going to be close. I agree wholeheartedly. Okay. One goes to 3. We'll play our Eternal. And we have lethal a couple of different ways next turn, so unless he can kill us here, I think we've got him. You would have had to have a good top deck. The Sands is pretty great. Don't think it's enough. I guess the Sacred Cat gets in, keeps him alive. Yeah, Through the Sands was kind of a house. We have to chump block, but then he's still dead, right? We'll take 3 here, then swing. We should still have him, one way or the other. Alright, that afflicts. Spellweaver Eternal. Doing some work. Alright, 1-1. One just, yeah. Well, it looks like a great deck. Lots of cheap zombies, some great removal. I feel like we don't have tons. I guess maybe the Reed Stalker is okay if he's playing things like Sacred Cat. Maybe Floodwaters is even not the worst answer to Stir the Sands. It's worse, obviously, but maybe getting rid of 2 tokens isn't all that bad, or like the Sacred Cat token. I'm gonna take out one of these counter spells. Pyramid just too slow. I just don't love what we can bring in. I think Pyramid's probably too slow. I think we just need higher impact cards. Let's do Floodwaters. That may be a key to killing off my opponent. Bouncing a couple of threats. Okay, so we never actually got to see Sunset Pyramid in action over the course of the matches. But I do think I like the card. It's just not one you can play in every deck. Well, in every matchup, I guess I should say. I do think that if my opponent hadn't skipped a second main, he may have been able to get us there. He'd have gained another point, probably from the Sacred Cat at least. It would have been closer, certainly. Okay, yeah, this hand's keepable. We do need to find red, but we have Captain's Last Word, which is a really, really like high impact spell. We have Spellweaver Eternal turn 2, so I think we're going to keep this and just hope for red. Festering Mummy, okay. Not a bad one. Yeah, see, sometimes all it takes is a little bit of faith. Okay. No immediately obvious second play, although he may have like the Henry Eternal. Nope. Cool. So We play the Eternal and decide we're going to go on the aggressive. Kind of like playing the Kenra into the Mummy. That just feels like a great blocker, even though it's a little bit slower. We can avoid playing the Spellweaver Eternal for a couple of turns. We maybe can kill off the Festering Mummy, and that's a little bit less awkward. Because if we play the Eternal, we just have to say we're always going to leave it back. And actually, like, swinging to the Mummy's not even that great. And opponent looks like he's kind of stuck on lands. Happy about. Good. Okay. Okay. I think I'm just going to play the Moloch here. And pass. It's funny, our hand's actually a little bit reactive. So it's like, Kefnet's Last Word is good if you play something good, which he's not going to do off 2 mana, and we don't have any spells in the graveyard, so the Javeliner doesn't actually kill something. But actually, even though our hand is kind of gas, it doesn't actually look that great. Sure. I would like to trade this off. Okay. You can put it on the Moloch if you'd like. Yeah. I think that's a bad play, but not an exceptional one either. Then we get to play the Eternal, which gives us something to do that's not use these guys. Okay, don't hate wrappings. Don't love it, but don't hate it. Okay. Play the Eternal, and we'll just pass here. Okay, he found his other color. He's a little bit likely to have some better plays now. Yeah, Wayward Servant. You may just steal that. I think I probably will. That represents a lot of life drain for my opponent. Ooh, Ominous Sphinx is pretty good though. So I think I'm gonna swing with everything here. I don't think it's real likely he blocks. We can use the Grasping Dunes, I guess, if we have to. We're gonna play Ominous Sphinx. And still have Kefnet's Last Word for a bigger, better zombie, potentially. Stuck on 2 lands for a couple of turns, I think is gonna bite him pretty bad. He just got a pretty big tempo boost, and he had like a, not a bad start, Festering Mummy. I guess he skipped a turn before he could play the Eternal, but... Okay. Get that sweet trigger. Okay, I think I am just gonna play Kefnet's Last Word this time. It's a little bit of a toss-up on what I want to steal. Wayward Servant does less for me than Cursed Minotaur does. Cursed Minotaur is potentially kind of hard for him to interact with favorably. But Wayward Servant represents more life gain for my opponent. And Cursed Minotaur actually isn't the best on defense anyway. I think I'm going to take the Servant. I think I just don't want him to have that extra source of survivability. And we'll swing with everything here. And I'm gonna hit him pretty hard. Yeah, I think that's a good block for him, even though he takes the 2 from the Afflict. He's kind of got to bite the bullet at some point. Okay. And we'll pass. So Warfire Javeliner can do 1 to something, which isn't best, but we might just have enough threats here to kill him. We can play the Wrappings to pump these 2. So let's see what he's got. Lethal Sting. Okay. So the Javeliner, that doesn't quite kill him, but still a pretty good play. I guess we could play the Wrappings and just go for it though, right? And we could still use the Grasping Dunes. Oh, that's right, never mind, we used up our lands. I forget that. We have to pay a little bit extra there. But gonna kill off the Minotaur. In for 4. And then we've got Unsummoned, Wrappings, and Javeliner. I feel like we are in an excellent spot here. Largely because my opponent did get pretty mana screwed, but we kind of got screwed the first game too, so I guess maybe it evens out. Alright. Hey, the 3-0. Okay, yeah, I think the deck ended up doing pretty well. I think we got a little bit lucky in a couple of our games, and definitely you could make a pretty strong argument for mulliganing that first hand in the third match, and maybe we should have done that. I don't know if there's like a good rule of thumb for mulligans or something that I'm missing. I don't know if anyone can help me out in the comments, but I think that's probably my weakest part as a player. I feel like it's just hard to know when to mulligan and when not to. And maybe because it's not always a correct play one way or the other, but it's difficult for me to guess. It's something that I feel like I only have sort of a feel on rather than any good information or rules. But the deck was cool. Hopefully you guys aren't tired of seeing red-blue. I think that the synergy between these colors, like between Spellweaver Eternal, Thorned Moloch, there's just so many prowess cards that you can be really, really aggressive with this color combination. It feels pretty good. Aerial Guide helps you get in. I think this is one of the better like color combinations in the format. Like, I look at our deck and I'm like, this deck's really good. And I'm not even sure this is that above average. Kevnet's Last Word you can't count on. You're probably going to have like one of these two cards most of the time. Probably can pick up Bloodwater Entities, which I think are pretty reasonable. Spellweaver Eternals frequently wheel. Yeah, the deck seems good. In any case, thanks for watching. I'm definitely going to post this ASAP and hope to see you guys on YouTube. But thanks everybody. I appreciate it a lot.